Hey guys, welcome. Sorry, I think I'm a minute or so late, but I am glad to be here. Let's see what we got going on in here. Sorry, I'm nothing if not consistent. Let's see, there's Mike's Aquatics. I just opened an awesome big box of plants. That Val that he has is so gorgeous, and he did an awesome job packing it. Plus, I got awesome stickers. So let's see here. Pam's already cutting jokes. Can't be good. Honor Society. Brienne's got a hashtag. Awesome. Thanks, Brienne. Olivia also. Got my camera turned upside down. Yeah, I need to fix that. Sandy. Honor Society. Patrick. Patty's Petite Tanks. Honor Student. Dave Farrell. Somebody's made the Honor Society, it sounds like. Stuck in traffic, what a mess. Color Guppies. Sorry, I'll turn this over. Said hello to Mike. Hi again. There's Laura. There's Alan Matthews. It's aggravating, I'm sure. I'll turn it over in a second. Bobby's putting his pants on. It was kind of that Mike, except I already had some on, so I had to take off a pair. I had to go out today, so I actually had to shower and dress. So I'm going to be back and forth cleaning and making the coffees. Like Bob's boxers. Pam talks way too much about my boxers. I'm just saying, you'll notice over time that it made it okay. Yeah, me too. You told me once what it was and I forgot. So I always get surprises because I forget what's going on. So. John Oliver. Money Go, welcome. Muppet. Paul McCarthy. 3G. Ames. Hey. Got her some puffers, I think. I know she's got some babies, but I won't steal her thunder for future videos. I think that's everybody. So let me do this. I'm sorry, hold your ears. I could mute, but... Okay. There we go. Now I can scroll the chat. It's a comedy of errors every week. What will he do this week? Hey everyone, out being my daughter's personal Uber. That must be fun. Darlene, how could I skip you? Hey Darlene's Tanks. I'll be seeing you Saturday, I'm hoping. The last I heard, we'd be seeing you, Mr. Manifesto, Lobster Lab. Oh, I can scroll now without you guys seeing it. I think that's everybody now. If I didn't, guys, let me know. I'm sorry, Darlene. Awesome. That's great. That is awesome. BJ Palmer, howdy. Howdy. I should let people that don't know, I said it in a previous stream I was in earlier, Rocco's stream earlier today. Maria Z won't be with us. You know, her husband had a stroke last week, and he's doing well. Stephen Truthseeker, welcome. But her sister-in-law passed today, and we talked about her sister-in-law as friends. You know, we talked about her in the past, and she had a chronic disease, as does my sister that have the same disease. So she lost her today. So got all that going on and at the funeral home and stuff. So I know Pam. Maria really needs our thoughts and prayers. People make comments about thoughts and prayers, but she needs ours worse than anything right now. So let's see what else is going on. Paul, I think I said hey to Paul. All right. So, and there's Eric Furlow. fashionably late, like 3 minutes late, I guess. So I didn't clickbait the title. I really do want to talk about YouTube in general. And if it goes okay, or if it's productive, I guess I should say, might winnow down, stop a couple of topics out of that for future Wednesday one-on-one. I like doing the one-on-one, just me and 30 or 40 or whatever I'm blessed to have in here. I love the panel stream. But Stephen, but I love the one-on-one in the discussion because you guys engage not just on my comments on my videos, but you do really engage. So that's what really matters and makes a difference and makes it all worth it. So Stephen Truthseeker says, got some bad news. I'm thinking of leaving the hobby before I've even bought any fish. I'm having all sorts of issues. Think it's a sign not to carry on. Well, Stephen, it could be, but depending on what it is, it might be something we've experienced. So, hey, Sandy. So if we can help with that or just listen or whatever, you're welcome to talk about it. So, all right. Got a super chat, I think, from Lobster Lab. And I'm on StreamYard, and I don't touch the buttons unless it's by accident. So thank you very much. It goes to the ARC, of course. And I really appreciate that. We've got some really cute dogs and cats now. There's one cat over there. They're sisters that came back a few weeks ago because the landlord said they couldn't have cats any longer. So, but they're kind of munchkins. They're like a hybrid. They have short legs, but not as, not little bitty like an inch, but they have like little 2-inch legs. So they're so cute. And they have short tails, and they're just little cats, but they're pudgy. And one of them's a calico. The other's yellow and or gold and white. And the calico, oh my gosh, she plays up to me. She knows I'm a sucker. I was over there today. We're having some electrical issues with appliances, and I went in the cat room to sneak in there and see what was going on, and she was all over me. Super chat from Select Pet. No, I did not. I did not. Thank you, Select Pet. I appreciate it. It goes to the ARC, not to me. So, thank you, Pam. All right. So, what I had kind of done was just sit down and did like some pros and cons or things that I could think of, and then I thought about it again, and they're only like 2 or 3 pros and 2 cons, and they're just very general things. I'm sure all of us can think of many things, but I'd rather than sitting here and reading what I thought of, I mean, I'm happy to share it. I'd really like to know what you guys, I think let's start with the cons so we can end up, not that it wouldn't end up on positive, but have a better chance of ending up on some positive discussion and that kind of thing. Oh, you are getting it, Eric? Awesome. That's great. I'm glad you can take him. That's a cute little snake. There's Bobby, pretending to be a New Zealander. Let's see what else. Everybody's still saying hello up there. So, guys, when you think of YouTube, is there anything that you think of that you find, it doesn't have to be negative, it's just something that you wouldn't mind changing or being different, or that could be better, that kind of thing? Is there anything that you guys think of it? And if this doesn't go well and you don't like this kind of discussion, we won't do it again. So, hey, Jess. Got all the cool people in here now. Anyway, while you guys think about that, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Pam, how is Star doing? And how are you doing, by the way? But how is Star doing? And when will we see Star tonight? Are you streaming tonight? more accurate counts on watch time and subs. That is an excellent one, Eric. That's excellent. Yeah. How could you see change in that? Or does anybody else have an idea about it too? Sorry, my neck is in a crick, so I'm kind of doing the old man thing more so today. I think it's been very good for the hobby. Well, we'll put that under the pro, Stephen. That's and you don't have to do these in any order. Right now that I'm thinking about it, why should we have to hold our ideal? Let's make it easy for us. Yeah, I agree that it's been good for the hobby. Overall, I think it's been very good for the hobby. And in fact, that was one of my pros. YouTube messes with all of our numbers, no matter what they are. I agree with that, Cooper. I've seen that myself. I have seen that myself. One thing that I did discover the other day, and you guys check and see if you see it too. Not right now, stay with me, but like if you're, say you're reading somebody's comments on their video, and you see somebody on there you're not subscribed to, and you do that by tapping on their name, and it says unsubscribed or it gives you the red subscribe word. So yeah, it just says subscribe, and I think it's red, and so you turn it dark when you tap it, and then it says subscribe. But if you don't do that, if you will stop and just go ahead and click on their channel name and go into their channel, 9 times out of 10, I am subscribed to them. So I've gone back then to test it and hit subscribe on the, well, 2 things happen. I go back to the comments on the video I'm watching and see if I tap it and make it subscribed, and then I go back and look, I've just unsubscribed. But sometimes, maybe half the time, when I go back to test tapping it, it says subscribe then. So it's the weirdest thing. So I think sometimes we might be unsubscribing, and that, shows it. And I had never noticed that before on YouTube. It used to tell when you looked at comments, the people that made comments, it would say subscribed or subscribe. And now they all say subscribe. I never find one that says subscribe. Very, very rare. I won't say never. So, hey, Placo Fever, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Foxy's here. Hey, Foxy. Foxy's got a great video out, guys. I'm all over the place, but I've had too much coffee, and I'm still, no, this doesn't have any caffeine. So, no caffeine, no sugar. So, I'll settle down maybe. She's got a great video out about snails, and well, I don't want to give it away, but you'll really enjoy it. It's whimsical, and it'll lift your heart up. So I really enjoyed that, Foxy. If you haven't seen it, most of you have probably. I hope you have, and if you're not subscribed to everybody in here, check them out, because these are some great channels in here, guys. You know you're awesome if you're hanging out here, right? Right. YouTube might not like you doing this video. Google are very powerful. Yeah, I thought about that. You're right, Stephen. I thought about that. They are. And that's why I want to keep it positive. And when I posted it, I think on FishTuber, somebody made, not in a negative way, but somebody made the comment when I said friend or foe. I think that's what I put on the not the thumbnail, but like the caption. Somebody said, well, it depends on the content and the person's political views. And at first I wasn't sure how to take that, and then I realized what they're saying could be very true, but it shouldn't be. The content should be everything, but the political views really shouldn't come into a fish channel. At least that's my way of thinking. I know some people do, but nothing gets me off of somebody's channel quicker than them, promoting something that it doesn't matter if I agree with it. That's not why I'm there. I have times that I do like to read political articles or go to a discussion group or something, and it's not when I'm looking at a beautiful fish on a thumbnail and then click on it and it's a political rant or even a discussion. That's just not what I'm looking for then. But yeah, you're right, Stephen. Very true. But I did go back and comment on that comment. or in that stream. What am I trying to say? In that chat underneath my thumbnail that I posted on Fish Tubers, and said just what I said then, but I said I don't have political content, and I don't allow it. So, and I think that's the way most of us are. Hey, Denny, how you doing? Denny. I'm glad to see Denny back in the hobby more. So, he's been hanging out more on the Instagrams and the other things, I think. He's not out of the hobby. He just hadn't been on YouTube for a whole lot lately, so I'm glad to see him. I am going to turn Star loose on you if you don't get that like button. And she's a ball of fury. I don't believe that, Pam. I think you're projecting all of your fury onto her. I think that's what's going on. Psychedelic hippocampus, high all lurking. I actually think I found your channel the other day by the process I just talked about, and it said I wasn't subscribed, and I'm like, how could I not be subscribed? And I'm pretty sure that I did subscribe to it, but I also watch some of the content. So another channel there that's underrated and you don't hear a lot about. So no need for politics in the fish fam. Go make a political channel. Exactly. You know. And I've thought about doing a reptile one. It's kind of just like doing the reptile stuff. You guys know I have a snake, and I've got a skink and 2 lizards now. So I'm sliding down that rabbit hole. But I know, like Eric that just commented, a lot of you guys do have other pets, and some are reptiles. I sometimes, not often, but yeah, Yazi has more screen time than I do. But yeah, I'll show my dogs and cats and the reptiles, but I try to stick to fish as much as possible, or talking about fish. But also, people get to know your other pets, and they have other pets. So Yazi doesn't care about anything but him, not even me. Yazi, where you at? There he is. There he is, right there behind Pop. And guys, I'm sitting. I should have turned around. There's that boy. There's that baby. Yeah. What is that back there? I'm sitting in my dining room, but to my back instead of the living room, which actually is over there, in the 180 right there. I've got my back to the foyer back there, which I can't get to through that door now. Oh, I just got a package delivered, UPS. And I bet it's fish, because somebody sent me some fish overnight last night, so I have to check that in a minute. Anyway, I'm facing the dining room table. I'm at the end, and over there's the snake, and over there's the skink. And this is a 75-gallon tank behind me, and it's one of the tanks that Ginger Graves had to break down due to recommendations by her landlord. So that's one, and I finally was able to drag it inside on its stand and get it past the other aquariums and get it in here. It's got water almost all the way up in it, but I've done nothing else to it. I think it's got some wood floating in it. Yeah, I see it back there. But I've got to decide who I want to put in here. I've got several things that need a bigger tank. One of them is her fish, her jaguar that I named Ro. But it's in a 55, and it's still got lots of room to grow. It's about half grown. It's like 6 inches. And then I've got Dharma the Fahaka, and I started to put this 75 at the head of my bed in there because I had one space on the wall in that whole bedroom. It's a big bedroom. And I thought, well, yeah, I just put it above my head and she'll just move over, like 4 feet or whatever. And for some reason, I didn't feel like that was the best thing to do, but I also don't feel like moving her in here. I don't think she'll be happy because I'm in that part of the house, that end of the house, probably 75% of the time. So that's where the dogs stay. The cats stay out here. So, all right, back to our topics that I have veered way off from. Some good comments and some good thoughts on that. But Eric, do you have a way, or does anybody else have a way, or some way that could be addressed? Maybe I know that YouTube has some ways to contact, not necessarily customer service, but uh, a forum to give ideas and that kind of stuff. They also have online uh, member, for lack of a better term, what we are members of YouTube forum. You don't need that doorway anyway. Mike, I thought if I moved it up, well, I won't show you. My belly's sticking to the table right here. And I don't want to move this table a lot because I've got a 20 long and two of those big 5-gallon bowls with potatoes on it. So got a lot of weight on the table already. So I just finally gave up. And after I moved this chair over to a sidewall, and that's what I did on the other end with like the master head of the table chair. I can get around the table, but otherwise I can't. But I cannot get around that tank anymore, and it's like a foot out from the wall. There's no way I could fit in there anymore, so I have to go the long way. And there are tanks sitting in that hallway, so I've about covered myself up. Are your L236 super? They're not. I thought they were because they looked so light when they came. But I don't think Steph has super whites. In fact, I know she doesn't. But these carry the gene, and if you're asking about that pleco fever, you probably know as much or a lot more about it than I do. They're not yellows; they're the in between, and I forget what I know SW is for super whites, and then there's something yellow, something Y, but there's the in between grade or color, for lack of a better word. But they carry the gene. So I hope that they may have some. Maria has 5 of them and I have 3, but I'm going to go back and get 3 more when Stephanie will let some more go. Let's see. Thank you, Merdul. Appreciate it. And guys, I said I was going to get an ARC hat, a Kaler's Aquatics hat. And I haven't gone back on there to make it yet. I need to do that. Hey, Merdul, saying hi to everybody. Yazzie gets second billing right after me. Wow, Yazzie, you're way up there. So any information you have about that pleco, I know I'm subscribed to you as well. And I haven't watched a lot of your content yet, because it may have been today or even just yesterday. It was real recently that I subscribed to your channel. Watched part of the video and I'm like, yeah, I need to be subscribed to this. So I think I might worry a little bit too much about trying to get around to everybody, because I think if somebody puts a comment in, at least they deserve like a heart, not just a like, just a heart, that I've read it and all that. But I do interact with people also on the comments, and also I love to go look at people's content off of the comments. So Homestead Aquarius, I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you, but it hadn't been that recent. You guys, remember, I don't remember my own name, and I'm trying to remember this stuff. So yeah, and you people that are new, we have a panel on Sunday night, and it's my channel, but I have 3 other awesome fish tubers on there, and we have a guest or guests every week. This Sunday it's Scott and Liz from King and Queen Cichlids. I guess I can plug my own stuff, huh? So it's a lot different than me just sitting and rambling and all that. I shut up and let the guests talk, and we ask questions, and the chat asks questions, and it's gone over real well. We've been doing it, I don't know, 4 or 6 weeks now. So Pride Moore's here. And if anybody in the chat wants to come up, looks like we're about halfway through it, so there's plenty of time. Have an appointment Monday to get Star Staples out, and she will no longer be a conehead. Bless her. Those things are traumatic. Imagine having something like that on. Little dogs, it's hard for them to drink their water and stuff. I know Pam wouldn't pick her up to give her a drink, would you, Pam? All right, I gotta take a breath. Is Anthony in here? I know Merdul's here and Sandy's here. Have awesome mods. Pam steals them too. Doesn't she, Ozzy? Let's see. But you know what? I wonder if I'm also a little wound up. I got my second vaccination today, and nothing unusual about it. In fact, my arm isn't as sore as it was with the first one. It's the same arm and all that. But I know it's usually a while before. Hey, Nathan. Seems like I haven't seen you in forever, Nathan. What's going on with you? Not feeling great? Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, sir. I never could get that picture to fit on as my banner picture, Nathan. He took an awesome picture, or I think it is, on a beach where he fishes. But it's kind of back behind the dunes looking out at the beach and the sky in Australia. And he was showing me the picture, sharing it, and was asking if I could use it. And yeah, I've got just a generic jellyfish up there. So I need to figure out how to resize it. I don't think it's wide enough. Here comes Tibby, so we're going to see some action. Stephen, welcome. Shh. Yazi, control your rage. Control your rage. Control your rage. Yeah. The cats are coming to kill him. They are. Control your rage. Tippy's laying down, but you're safe with me. Right? Elbow cough. I was running late getting there to get my shot, and they said, oh, good, because we're running 30 minutes behind. I got there 10 minutes late. So I'm glad that's done for now. Good day, Bob. Yeah, guys, I have the memberships, but I really, really, really am thinking about, I have been revisiting it, and I just don't do what I say I'm going to do. I know a lot of other channels don't either, or some don't, but I really feel like when somebody's paying you to give them content, you should do it. I think the last video I did was a short one about, it's been coming up on 2 weeks. It might have been about my lizards, my new lizards, which isn't fish content, obviously, at all. So we'll see. Can't give your money back because I already gave it to the art, but happy Nurse Appreciation Week. Oh, I didn't realize that. I still do keep up. I'm an old RN, guys, and then I was, and still am. My license, I've made it inactive, so I don't have to pay so much to renew it every 2 years. But and also a transplant case manager. That was a much harder thing to get, was that case management and then the transplant national certification. But I do keep up. I do get newsletters, and I still belong to the Tennessee Nurses Association and stuff like that. But I really spend a lot more time on the fish and the art than I do my nursing stuff, because I really don't plan to ever do that. So, Brandon, Maple Street. Hey, Brandon, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Brandon's been around for a while, and he recently also got back into doing live streams and videos. I mean, never left, but he's increased the frequency and all that, and his channel is growing. It should have already been growing and bigger than it is, but it's catching up now. So I think he's on Friday nights. In fact, I know he is maybe 6:30 or 7 Eastern time. Thank you, Merdul. Appreciate you. All right. Do you guys want the link? I'll put it in there. We'll see. We'll see. Let me see. I have to remember every week, how to do this. Because I forget it every week. Guest. Invite a guest. I'm sure Pam's making some rude remark. Tim's here, Chubby Guppy. There we go. There we go. It's only like 4 movements, but you have to really watch the buttons. Well, does anybody have anything they wanted to say? And getting off track, maybe you didn't say it about the topic that we did talk about a little bit. Six. But is that 6 Eastern time? I try to do everything Eastern time because it kind of standardizes things. That's probably why I was thinking 6:30. I'm definitely subscribed and get notifications, and do get there if I can. How to garden. Howdy. Welcome. Another great channel. Check it out if you get a chance. Pam said, hold on, Mike, I got to see what Pam's up to. Actually was making up some food for the pups, so that saved me. All right, Mike, what's that picture behind you? That one? Up on the wall, the blue thing? I guess it's just the only one that's showing. Yes, she is too young for Fireball. Don't be getting that dog drunk, Pam. She did, Tim. She's awesome. Yazzie's not very happy about it. Pam's on here talking. You better look. Yazzie. You make Pam cry. Yazzie. Bless him. Pam kicked him to the curb. Chevy fish. Hey. Yeah, 4 pounds or something. She told me she was going to be making some changes, Pam, so we'll see what ensues. Oh, that's such a bad habit. Deborah Sanders, howdy. Just trying to remember, Deborah, are you coming over to the swap meet this Saturday? Can't remember if you plan to come or not. It's probably a couple hours drive for you. YouTube is a friend of me. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. We were discussing like some of the pros and cons, and we were talking about how the Eric Furlow brought up how the counts can be so off about subscribers and that kind of thing, and they really are. We also talked about how they really may not like us having this discussion, so we're going to keep it friendly and positive like we always do. But pond season is here, folks. Happy tubbing. Oh, thanks, Tim. And check out Chubby Guppy too, guys, if you haven't. He's one of the OGs. He's saved me more than once on thinking I knew something that I didn't know. So that's a hard lesson to learn. If you don't know, don't guess. If you can't look it up, I really like the way Dan's Fish is doing his stuff. If it's a topic that you have experience in, then you can voice an opinion or share your experience. But if it's like somebody told you or you heard one time or something, that's not good information usually. So, and of course, none of us want to share things that are going to hurt fish or any pets. So thank you, Bill. So anyway, check Tim. I remember one time, Tim, was it you? Yeah, we were talking about shrimp, grass shrimp, um, and breeding them and that kind of thing in the water. And I think what happened is I either just didn't know or I had them mixed up with Amanos. But anyway, he convinced me and showed me I was wrong in a nice way. I had even put it in a video, I think. So there we go. John Larson. Taking another breath for 3. You have to work, Deborah. That's what I was scrolling back up because I missed that, of course. Darn it. I've heard a little bit of speculation. Bob had super sticker from Laura Sutton too. Thank you guys for letting me know because you can see that I'm blind anyway. So when I'm doing like that, I can read the chat clearly. But who wants to see that, you know? So if I sit back here, I can kind of see it. It's a little blurry. And I can pretty much read it, but oddly, the names are the channel names are the hardest thing to read. So, like Maple Street saying, "Hey, John Larson," I can see Maple enough to know that's what it is, and then "Hey, John Larson," it's the regular print that's a little smaller. That's easier for me. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. I give everything I get from my channel because I don't need any tanks or fish, guys. You know that. Ooh, and I have those fish outside. I have to walk around the whole room to get out there and get them in. It's like 70, so they're fine. Maria told me that she didn't put styrofoam in them, that they wouldn't need it. It's my most viewed video. I had the old footage on a cell phone. Oh, where I was making a fool of myself? Well, I'm happy for you, Tim. I'm teasing. It's the one where you're talking about the shrimp. I remember you told me that you collect them there in the streams in the wild. We're talking about ghost shrimp. And something I didn't know about ghost shrimp, but I'm sure Tim knows is they can get a parasite called, not all of them have it, and it's easy to tell if they do because you can see them in their back, like the back of their abdomen rolled up. So it's like a target, like that. Horsehair worms, and I think it depends on what eats the shrimps, whether they can get it or not. But who wants to risk that, you know? Horsehair worm. That's it. That's it. Horsehair worm. And I didn't know that till I was in Knoxville one day at like a pet supply or something. The manager is an avid hobbyist and orders special things because he wants to grow his hobby. So they have cool things. And I was going to get some for Dharma the Vahaka because she will eat those sometimes. And he said, "No, you don't want these. They've got horsehair worms." So he showed me what they were. He actually killed the little shrimp. Chattanooga Ed was with me, and Ed said, "Oh, I hate he had to kill one to show us." And I'm like, "Ed, the parasite's going to kill it anyway." So, horsehair worms. So the Mad Cat. Yeah, go to those channels, those links, and all good channels. Mike saying Stephen P. 2003 is at 99. Let's get him over 100. We should be able to do that. I know that I'm sub to him too. Of course, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to risk pushing the buttons. 99. Okay, Jack and Dan. It is Cinco de Mayo, and I had mentioned that, and no one else has today that I've noticed. Yeah, same to you, Jack and Dan. When I lived in Florida, well, South Georgia, Jacksonville, we used to go south to Tampa and some of the other uh, more Florida um, cities. And depending on what the population was there, lots of celebrations for Cinco de Mayo and all that sangria, that stuff. It was a lot of fun back in the day. How are you guys doing, Jack and Dan? What's your thoughts on guppies in plastic tub outside? I just heard a noise, guy. I'm gonna go make sure nobody's stealing my box. You guys will get your teeth. I'll be right back. In fact, you might be able to hear me. The door's just right around here. Let's see. Oh my God, it's a great big box. Hang on. Sorry, guys, will you stay back? Get. 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 Stay back. Get. It's a big old box. Sorry, guys. It was still there, but I didn't put it on my little package table because it's too big. Whew. Let's see. Can I get it on this table? I have so much junk on here. Wood and lids, Wi-Fi systems. Okay. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to let you stay down for a minute. Okay. Gotta go. Hey, Jenny Lynn. Sorry, but I have to take the back seat out of my Jeep to pick up your tanks. Awesome. I want to see a video about that. Just try to keep earth contact on them and out of strong light for too long. Yeah, I saw that question, so I hope we've got trying to figure out if I have the weather for year-round outdoor guppies. Louisiana heat's a killer. Yeah, a couple of times I had to go for work to New Orleans, and I was younger then. I was half the age I am now. It was a killer, the humidity and the heat. But that humidity. Okay. I don't want to miss anything. Nut guppies at Michael's Fish Room. Well, y'all talked a lot when I got up. Ordered some Mexican food. Today's the Revenge of the Fifth. What's your thoughts on guppies in plastic tub outside instead of a tank? Thoughts there will be hornwort growing. Oh, it will be fine, Nathan. Awesome. I do an outside plastic tub every year, and everything does great in it, unless a tornado hits it. I had that happen once. Somebody's backstage. Let me see. Oh, look what the cat's dragged in.
How you doing, Bob?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I would have came up sooner, but I was making rapashi for the first time.
Did you make a certain kind or?
I made the rapashi community kind. I got it, and but I hope I did it right though. I mean, because it looked awfully soupy.
That is the box I just got. Listen, Bobby, I just wanted to show them, and it's heavy. So there's probably more than fish in there. It's from Maria Z, by the way. I don't think I said on here, but we're doing some swapping and shifting and moving and all of that stuff. And what's in there, I think, or at least what she told me was in there, is 6 super red pickles. Some are long fin, and there's one special one to go with my male who carries the gene for long fin but is short fin. And there's some short fin, but they also carry the gene for long fin. So that's what's in there. And since it's so big, I might just do an unboxing video after this. Looks like it's full of stuff. We're down to like 15 minutes, so. But yeah, Bobby and I were talking earlier today, and we're talking about the weather. And earlier there was a 40% chance of rain Saturday. Of course, it changes, all the time. And this evening it's 30. I hadn't checked it in a couple of hours, so I don't think they'll cancel that swap again. But even if they do, he's going to come, because after the swap we were going to go around to all the fish stores. So we're going to do that anyway. All right, what's going on here? Is there anyone here that is doing any small aquaponics using their aquariums and growing food inside the home? I know Dad Fred was doing some things with plants and aquaponics, but I'm not sure. I've been following his channel pretty closely, so you might check out Dad Fred. That's the name of the channel, Homestead. And he's a super smart guy about a lot of things, so I know he's got some long-term plans for aquaponics. Anybody else? Can we talk about what to bring with you to a fish swap? Oh yeah. Well, I have actually never been to one myself that I can remember. I've had people go and bring things back to me, but you want to go ahead and, if you're bringing something, I recommend going ahead and bagging them. That's what I'll be doing with whatever I bring. Come here, Yazzie. Didn't I tell you to stay here? Come here. Cats are getting you. Come here. Come on. Okay. You won't let me catch him now.
He's
But
like,
yeah,
help me, Daddy.
You don't want to be out in the parking lot trying to catch fish and bag them up and all that. And I already have them priced too. I always try to remember to take like a cooler, just a styrofoam cooler, to put fish bags in, so that they stay kind of the temperature they're in. Because even in like a car, and if you're running air conditioning, they'll get cool. So what else could you think of? Change. A lot of people, there's no way to pay except cash, so you probably want to take some change, a bunch of ones and a couple fives and stuff. I just did a yard sale, so that's why that's on my mind.
That's a good idea, and like just in case if somebody doesn't have their stuff, bagged up, and you can always bring you a type
Exactly.
of air pump or something,
Yep.
just in case.
Yep. And they have the battery in a lot of vehicles now. My truck has 2 or 3 110 outlets that I can plug. It doesn't have to be a USB. You can just use a regular pump. And regular bags, as somebody said about bags, I would bring bags, especially bigger bags. So if they didn't double bag their stuff, or if you get a leak, you can bag stuff up or even transfer stuff. So,
Yep, absolutely.
Madul says he pre-double bag all the fish, pre-label and price, keep some extra bags of cold water to keep the box at a good temp. Yep. If it's going to be a good temp, it's going to be in the low to mid 70s. It will be in the shade, or at least our tables will be where we'll be. So, but yeah, if it's hot, that's a real good idea, Madul. Real good.
Absolutely.
Tim says if you can get a box with the bottle dividers in it, they can be helpful. Yep. Some good suggestions here. Aquaponics, I'll find Read Fred. Yep. There you go. Good. Awesome. Yeah. Like I say, it's my first one. I've had people bring me back things, or even, live stream and say, "Do you want this?" or "Is this what you're looking for?" Ed did that recently at the one him and James went to up where Haley's at, outside of the place she works at, Aquatic Arts. And I got some of Tom Patterson's locked in plecos. It's a male and a female too. I think they're about big enough to maybe give us some babies.
That's always nice.
Ice Chester too. Yep. I can't think of anything. It might be helpful to have a net um, in case somebody didn't bag their fish and you wanted, or if you wanted to separate fish in a bag, if they were willing, if they had 4 fish and you only wanted 2. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. It never hurts to have a little net with you. So. All right.
Yep, absolutely.
Are we taking bets yet on Ed actually letting some of his guppies go? Oh, Mike, he's trying to let some of those mob guppies go, and I bring some of those too. I can't remember, Bobby. Did you say you would take some? The mob guppies?
Yeah. I mean,
They're
yeah,
swordtails.
I mean, I would definitely.
They have a sword on the bottom, and they're real pretty, and they do not predate on their young at all. So when they drop 100, then you have 100, that are almost adults in 2 months. So, and they grow fast and they're very hardy. So Peter really came out with a great line there, Mob Guppy Peter. So, but yeah, Ed's trying to get rid of them. That's I think he's going to take about half of what he has. The ones that I have.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying the ones. There's George Aqua Balls. I saw somebody say, "Hey, George." I haven't seen. I haven't seen Rob 93 in here, guys. Did he pop in? I wonder if he has a stream tonight.
Bob, I had a question. Like, I think that this is the pad that like some people will put like a piece of it inside the bag that they bag the fish up to help with the ammonia.
Yeah.
Is okay. Because I thought about like when I bagged the Corey's up that I might can cut some of these up and put it in with them.
Yeah.
If that would be necessary.
I would, especially Corey's, because it should suck up any kind of anything that shouldn't be in the water, I think. So I got it when I got the L236 from Stephanie in California, and awesome packing, all that. But there were 3, of course, individually bagged, and as I put them in to acclimate, I got one of the pieces in my tank, and it changed color. Not really bad, but I checked, and I had a touch of ammonia, and I was due to change. I mean, just a touch, just enough to see a barely indicator. But I went ahead and changed my water a day early in there, and I added another hang on back filter. So those things work great. I like some of those guppies. Can't make it. Some of the mob guppies, Deborah. I'll send you some. I bet Ed would be glad to send you some too. All you need is, I sent Anthony some, a few fry. Just a good chance to slip in some of these fry. And I think I sent him 2 females and a male, at least. But they dropped fry while they were still going, and they were fine. So he had, boom, like a ton of fish just when he opened the bag.
You know, it would be nice if like most of your sought after fish bred like that. But then again, if they did, then like a lot of them would not be as sought after or popular.
Right, right. Dave says he's been lurking, and hello. And we're lurking. He said hello up at the start. You did the hashtag. I figured you were still here. I'm glad you are.
And everyone in chat, sorry I wasn't trying to be rude, but hello to everyone. I hope everyone is doing fantastic.
Stephen got his highest up was pleco fever. Awesome. Wish we could get him over 100 a couple, you know, because you always have somebody cancels their channel or they decide to unsub or you unsub somebody. So it's always nice to get a couple extra if you can. I found that out just this last week. I was trying to reach, I think I talked about it last week too, trying to reach a new goal, setting goals, and I'd reach it and then I'd drop back down. Then I'd reach it, and so this is the third time I've reached it. It's not a big goal, but this particular one, but I've stuck 2 days, so we'll see. All right. I know, Mike. Get them. Get them, Mike.
That tank behind you, is that 75?
It is. It's one of the tanks from Ginger. And then there's more tanks. I didn't mean to show those. There's the tanks that I have to set up a rack for still. Yeah, but it's just water and a piece of wood. I think a piece of wood you gave me. If not, it came from her place. I've got the wood that you and her gave me mixed up now.
Oh, nice.
But I don't have lids for that, so I think I'm gonna cut some. I've got quite a bit of plexi here and there, but none of it's got fit tanks, so I think I can cut some lids. I need a light on it too.
Well, speaking of the lids, I've got some pieces of glass that I was saving just for like tank lids, but I decided to go another route. You know, like if you might be like interested in them, you know, I can let you have them, and then you can just find like a company that they cut it for you, like a glass company near you or something.
I've got a cutter, and I look forever for one I liked. So I'll try this glass, but I might end up taking you up on that. So we'll see. I have some lids, but some of them won't fit it. So I could have that glass cut. You know, I've got glass that just won't fit it. So I still need to put lids on the new Manus shrimp tank. It's got a heater and stuff. He's not eating, so
Oh,
get in there and get him going. We'll work with
yeah.
him. Oh, George is going to have a bunch of pygmy sunfish soon.
Now those, I would like to get some of those. I've been trying to find some.
He's going to have some soon. Working on tanks right now and looking at 2-picture frames, glass from dollar store. I never thought about that. That's a real good hack, I like to call them. Has anybody else ever heard of that? So you need to know the frame size. Of course, it says on it. Never thought about that. That's a real cheap way to get glass.
Yeah. But the only thing is with that glass though is that it's not very thick, and then like you would have to be careful with it as far as like when you shut it and stuff, because it would cause you havoc if it was to shatter in your tank.
I'm noticing with some of the newer lids I'm getting, and a couple I got from Ginger Graves to put on these tanks, that have spacers because kind of buffer that, and also to keep them centered. You don't want them to get too close to one edge or the other. I think they're perfect fits, and that's why they do that. Chewy's here. I've been trying to get, was practicing at Taylor's Aquatics. Awesome. Playing the guitar. I've been trying to reach Chewy to get him scheduled in. The email came back that I sent him, so he gave me his current email today. So,
Oh, nice.
I've got two people, Chewy, that, two people that are pending, and one of them will take next Sunday, and the other one I hope will take the Sunday after, but it's kind of that kind of thing. So, kind of that kind of thing. It's great to have people willing to come and see. I have two 10 by 10s in my car. Can't find a cutter anywhere local. You can buy you a cutter. They're like $7 or $8.
Yeah, like the Home Depot or Lowe's or anywhere.
I got mine at Lowe's. Didn't have what I wanted. They had them, but it wasn't what I wanted. So I found what I wanted at Home Depot. Walmart used to have them, but they don't have them now. At least this one doesn't.
Do you happen to need any airline tubing?
No, I'm good on that. I know you've got a few hundred people.
Yes, I mean, I'm sitting there thinking like, I'm never going to use all of this.
I hope it's the good kind that's
It is.
okay.
It's real soft.
More than a couple of tanks. I still have some of the old that gets hard and keeps its shape, and if it bends, I still have some of that old stuff. So it eventually wears out.
Absolutely.
Pleco Fever said if you shatter it cutting it, it's just $1 to replace it. You can't beat that.
Yeah, no, you can't beat it at all.
Lowe's, Tractor Supply, both sold out.
And that name, by the way, I love it.
Chalupa.
Pleco Fever.
Oh, Pleco Fever. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, check out Home Depot if you've got one. You probably would have said that if you had one, but that's where I found what I wanted. Carlos, Royal Fish Aquatics, welcome. Good to see you. I made a container waterfall. I need to cycle it to put fish in it. It's gotten lots of, and I would, Deborah, because when you put the fish in, if there isn't a cycle, if there isn't something to move their waste products along and to eat that stuff, then you're going to get an ammonia spike. I mean, there's no way around it. That's all it can do is turn to ammonia, and there's nothing to eat it. So I would. Do you have any cycled media you can put in there without having to cycle the tubs? 30 minutes away. Cool. Well, if they have what you want, sometimes you can go online and see if they have it. Of course, all the young people know that stuff, don't they? Anybody under 50 knows that, huh? Recommendation. You're welcome. Eager to see that too, Deborah, when you do get fish in it. Unless you want to do
absolutely.
Unless you want to cycle it with fish in it, but it's hard sometimes, especially more than one or two fish. Most people, and James did a good talk on this recently, a video or something about cycling with fish. If you put in 10 fish, they're going to die. Maybe one or two will survive. But you need to put in, depending on the size of the tank, you need to put in, say, in a 10-gallon, one small fish. And, check your cycle, and when it's handling the waste from that fish, then add a second or maybe two more. You're trying to grow, you're growing bacteria. And when you get in that mindset of growing bacteria in the water, it really clicks. And I know for most of you, you do understand that. So, but yeah, it's all about that bacteria, and that's why you'll see pre-filter sponges over my intakes in my saltwater tanks because that grows bacteria. So why wouldn't you use it? I mean, it's just like in a freshwater. Anyway, that was a little rant. Could put a sponge filter for my oldest tanks, about 15 gallon. Yeah, as long as you don't short that tank, that would work fine. I have a few filters laying around. I think I have one in the Jack Dempsey tank. I'll keep it hidden back there, but I think it came disconnected a long time ago, and it's just sitting there with beneficial bacteria all over it. And that's probably what I'll put in that tank back there to get it started. Oh gosh, cycle my tubs with yep, filter sponges. Just squeeze a sponge, add snails plants. Yep. And that's an even easier way, especially if you've got filtration going. Wouldn't you have to have some kind of aeration or water movement? Tim, I'm just trying to, because I have done that in tanks before. Actually just squeezed it out, like you said, into other media or a hang-on back or something, or a sponge filter, so it would suck it into it. 4 stages, 25% at a time, 5 days between adding fish, maybe a little longer. Yep, exactly, John Larson. I usually go a week, like you said, maybe a little longer, but just check it. But if you have enough media, another thing too, if you put too much media in there and there's nothing to eat it, you'll still get an ammonia spike. So it's really kind of a balancing act there at first. When that beneficial bacteria dies off, that's a big spike, just like having a big goldfish or something in there. You don't in your tubs? Okay, cool. Well, Tim's the OG, like I said, so there you go. I don't use anything either, Tim. I haven't so far, and I don't plan to, but the Wisteria goes crazy and keeps all of that filtered. Bob, do I remember? That's the old days when we would cycle a tank. Oh, yeah. Not the old days, because I didn't know about a cycle and I didn't have any resource, or it was the ladies at Coons and Woolworths. I don't know how they kept their fish in the store alive. I guess somebody knew how to do it, or they were just lucky. But yeah, I didn't know about it till I was teenage, and that was from reading things at the library. Or little pamphlets or stuff that I could get at the time where they sold fish. We didn't have a local fish store. It's whatever they sold. Some have sand bottoms, but most are bare. I've got leaves in mine and wood that I'm trying to saturate or get to sink, and whatever's falling in, twigs and stuff. I've got to pull some out, but I've got a tub full of daphnia that John Cox gave me a couple cultures. One's outside in the tub and one's inside. Woolworths, yeah. You ever been in Woolworths, Jack? That's literally all that.
I've never, well,
I don't even know if they have.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, that was the LFS. I mean, it was the 5 and dime. You probably don't even know what a 5 and dime is, but it's where you went and got. It's kind of like Big K, but it was a 20th that size. It had everything's in it. Most of it was, remember Woolworths very fondly? Yeah. Ours didn't have a lunch counter in it, I don't think. Sometimes I think I remember one toward the front of the store on the right when you went in, but we didn't eat at it. So we were poor, so we didn't go over there and eat. I had to save up my change, doing all jobs for people when I was 7, 8, 9, to allowance. So to save up my change to get new fish. Yeah.
Like on that movie, Oh Brother, where Arthal, they had a store on that that was called Woolworths or something like that. I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
Woolworths. It was a family name, Woolworths was, and they were at one time very wealthy. I don't know if the people descend or the heirs of that are now, but New York had a big Woolworths building. I remember when I was there in the early 80s. Of course, that was the old age still then, too. Our mom and grandma took us every Saturday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did. And there was a place called Hughes Cafeteria about 2 blocks away, and we would go there. My mother didn't have a car. She was single when I was little, and so she had 4 kids. You know, that was fun. Getting a taxi to go down there, and you walked everywhere, of course. It was just like an old little town, everything around the courthouse, just a block or two. And we could use cafeteria and eat, and that was a big, big treat to get to eat in a cafeteria like that. Probably $1 a plate or something, if even that. Brother, where art thou? Awesome movie. Oh yeah, those plastic. I remember when they came out with those. I thought things were so modern. This little, and I got one time, and it died. I probably wasn't didn't know enough to how to take care of it. I got the food and all that, but it did die on me. So when the thing came out about the salmonella with them and all that.
Hmm.
I was going to say, Deborah, I thought that Australia or some places still have Woolworths. So maybe they are still around. I'm sure they don't look anything like the old ones, or maybe they do. Ice cream. See, I don't remember that. Well, because we never had the money for that. So, yeah, Woolworths was in Canada. It was a huge chain of stores. I mean, they had hundreds and hundreds, I'm sure, if not thousands. Pence was another one. I don't know if people have ever heard of that. It was like khaki corner, whatever, 2 blocks around the courthouse, and they had fish. There was 6 stores downtown that had fish, but also they sold the tanks and stuff. So it was like a little Petco in that section.
Oh, did you ever see that link that I sent you on Messenger? I sent you one where these people had like I can't remember if it was like a 10-gallon or 20-gallon tank, but this tank was actually like one of those old style ones that had like the with a slate bottom in it,
Yep,
and the
I did.
metal frames and everything.
Yep, I did see that. Yeah, and even when I was a kid, I remember I finally got me a book, but I guess I lost that book. But I finally got a book some way, somewhere, and it talked about aquariums. It was so old when I was 7, that would have been like 62 or something. That's when I started keeping fish when I was 7. But it talked about how they used a candle as a heater underneath the tank. And I don't
Hmm.
think they were slave bottoms. I think there was something else. But I saw somebody that collects all the old paraphernalia and memorabilia and antique stuff from the fish hobby. That I can't remember who has recorded a video. I think there, and he had one of those, or maybe 2 of them that had the candle under them. That's how you heated them.
You know, I did see a video of this woman. I forgot her name, but like she had some of those older style tanks, but like she said that like she was getting rid of hers because like she would get shocked by them all the time. You know, like when she went to go have the lights turned on or something.
Huh.
That like,
I don't
but
remember getting shocked. I remember getting a tingle every now and then, but I think it was the heaters that did that because that, except for the light on them, if you had a light, and I did, I saved up and had a light. I just got a 5.5 gallon tank for Christmas, so you know I was surprised. But like this box was sitting there under the tree for 2 weeks, and I'm like, that better be a tank. It was, but I had to get my own, had to get my own light and air. We had air pumps in the '60s. I had to buy all of that, with change that I could make, like helping my grandmother. Uh, SS Kresge. Yeah, I do remember those, but we didn't have them back then, at least not in the little town I grew up in. TGNY, I do remember that. Yeah. Oh, a 3-story Woolworths. I would have loved that. My mother would go in there to look at patterns and buy material to make. She made all my sister's dresses and a lot of her stuff. She was quite the seamstress, I guess. So then I would go back to the fish, and that's what got me interested in them. Wow. Wow. All right, we've been going an hour and 15 minutes. I never did see Rob 93's that he went live notification pop up, and usually he'll come in and say hi. So I hope he's not live, because if he is, I need to get off. The heater
Well, I mean,
cross over the metal and lighting cords. It was an electrical mess back then. Chewy got
yeah,
shot.
like if he did go live, I haven't seen nothing either because like most of the time I get a notification as well. So.
Oh, there's no link, Mike said, so he didn't go live. Okay, well, I hope
Okay.
everything's okay. Hey, Steph. Yep, it's alive. We're barely still alive. Barely still alive.
You ought not talk like that, Bob.
We are. Lost track of the time. Yeah, me too. Just last time it was 10 minutes till 41 people and 15 likes. I don't know if that's right or not, because somebody else said there were 30 something likes a while ago. They could have unliked, you know. So.
Well, yeah, because I popped up here, so they probably,
I always
thumbs down it.
go on if you pop up. I unlike it every time. Every time. So there's that. But the things we do for friends. I'm getting more and more tempted to open this box from Maria.
Hey, that sounds like a fantastic idea.
Steph says she's in 50 thumbs up. Bring Griffin, special guest star. Griffin's at work, but he does take some long breaks. He took that 3-hour break not long ago. They finally found him, though. That's straight from him. Patrick Hardy had an old glass and metal uncle let me have back in the 1980s. Yeah. I had a Meta frame, I think was the brand META frame, and they had that, there's a name for it, that black stuff, that gummy stuff, and it's used in cars as a sealant in cars.
Tar?
It's not tar, it's something more specific than that. But apparently it wasn't toxic to fish. I didn't think about that back then. I was too dumb. Surprised I thought it now. Yeah, I didn't ever have any leak. But as soon as I was like 17, so my tanks were probably just 10 years old when I started getting more modern tanks. Grumpy Mike. Oh, there's Chris Biggs again.
So somebody has a sneeze going on in the background.
That's Yazzie. He's been into something down there.
Oh.
Chris said he was being a hillbilly using his tractor. Sounds like you're making a garden, Chris. Lori's here, Monster Fish Gal. I think I said hi to Lori. Down next to us, small LFS. They carried all different kinds of fish in the 70s. Huge store opened up that was about an hour away. Went there all the time. Yeah, where I live here in Cleveland's about half an hour from where I grew up in Athens, Tennessee. And after I could drive, I would come down here to a fish store. And I remember it had a big, huge piranha in the front in a tank. It was probably too small for it. But yeah, I would come down and get fish from there and supplies.
A piranha pacu, like we saw the other day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like these two big ones here in my 180. They seem like they slowed down a little bit when they first went in there a few months ago. They really took off growing, but they've definitely slowed down. I hope they haven't stopped, but they definitely slowed down. At a glance, they look like they're a little too big for it, but they're not. There's plenty of room in that 180 for them.
They're definitely really nice pacus there.
They are. They never bite me, and they never have to feed a blind fish in there. And sometimes I have to get my hand out in there. I dropped the end off the python in there a couple of days ago, and they were like, "What are you doing? Give us something to eat."
Mhm.
They're nice fish. I think the stories about them may be a little exaggerated. I don't know. I know piranhas, but they're definitely a much more docile fish than piranhas.
Did you name them?
No, no, I didn't name them, but I think they are a pair. They act like they're a pair. They can be a pair as long as they don't spawn. I don't need a bunch of little hackus.
Freaking Pratt and or Pinky in the Brain.
What year do you think they started making those aquariums? Uh, I would guess in the 70s, maybe 75, um, or maybe even 80. I mean, they're around. I see them at Goodwill sometimes and places, you know. You can go on some of the not Aquabid, but Amazon, some of those places, wherever they bid, and see things. Woolworths up here was a division of the Hudson Bay Company, but when they had their own tropical fish, it was a good thing back in the 60s. Yeah, yeah, there didn't used to be any aquarium shops. Who says next trip to Ohio fish rescue? I'm going in the Pacu tank with my mesh shorts full of walnuts. Well, I believe Chris because they do love nuts, and those fish there are a lot bigger than these fish. But yeah, these guys love. I've got 3 or 4 apple cores. I can eat apples on my diabetic diet, and I always save the cores and a little bit of apple on them for those guys, and they love them. So they love fruit and nuts and stuff like that. I kind of believe Chris.
Those poor fish.
Herman Bannister. Well, that's what they eat in the wild, you know. So they love that. I usually
uh,
get like the 2 pound, whatever, 2 pound thing of cashews. It's like $19 if you catch it on sale. But I can eat off of it, and they eat off of it for like 3 or 4 weeks. So
yes, Herman. It is um 8 o'clock Eastern, and I'm
gotcha.
hoping that like this time when I stream, everything will go okay. Because last time I tried to do a pop-up stream, it would not let me put the with the link in chat for somebody to come up. So
Chewy says the Patrick that the year was 1975, so that was a lucky guess. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, just that little battery notice. I think it was the 20% one though, so I'm not completely dead yet. Told you we were almost dead. Stop doing that.
yeah, like it drains my battery. I don't know what it is, but I mean, say like most time I could start out with a full battery, and then like by the time I stream for like 1 hour, it's time to put it on charge.
No, I don't have that. I've been surprised with this phone. I might have had it a year ago. That it's one of those. It's not an Android. Uh, it's a smartphone.
iPhone.
Yeah, and it's the 11 Pro Max because I wanted it for the camera. Uh, Pam knows the website to buy snacks at great prices. It's where she got her peanut butter M&Ms. Well, she needs to throw it up there then. Who else is streaming tonight? I might try to do a stream if no one is going. Well, this is Rob 93's time, but he's not live. You want to go now? Because I don't even know if anybody goes at what would be the next time? 8. I don't know. I can't remember that schedule any more than anybody else. It hadn't changed in a while, so I just copy and paste it and change the date on it.
So does Mike at All Things Fish? Does he stream on Wednesday nights or Tuesday nights? I can't remember.
Dan goes. He said Dan's Fish goes. Yeah, because I have to mod on there. I'm a mod on there, and Pam is too. Yeah, Dan's goes, but that's not till 9. Hey Mick, speaking of Dan, every week he's like, "Now is your name Mick or Mickey or?" And everyone who you speak of old fish tanks. LRB has a vid from 2007. That's who it is. Yeah, he was there that day, so he made one, and Corey made one, and there was a third person on there. Yeah, thanks, Mick. Yep.
That's that video is a great video, by the way. I mean, I loved watching it. I mean, he's got some amazing looking plecos and corridors.
Well, I bet that went over. Yeah, I still have fish and plants from Lucas. I haven't got anything from him in a while, but and who else? Rachel, I have stuff from her fish. Did you guys see Dan's fish? Speaking of Dan, he did like an intro video, a teaser video of a new facility today. It was pretty cool.
I'm glad you said something about that because I seen it pop up, but at the time I was busy, and I want to go back and watch that for sure. Yes.
It's just a couple minutes. It's short. Jay Wilson and Royal Fish are 6:30. There we go. So that's who comes on at 8. Ian, do you want me to go down so you because I'm on borrowed time. Pam's leaving, so now's a good time for us to run. I may not have left yet. Not tonight. Okay. And then there's the 30 minutes between Dan and Pam. She goes at 11 Eastern. Dan stops usually about 10:30. Yeah, it's a long night for mods, that's for sure. It's up to you. We'll all go over there if you want to go live. You'll have maybe 42 people. Hey, yep. Brian. Brian's saying hello to you, Tennessee.
Hello.
He's the puffer guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Bob, I was looking at a site today. I can't remember if it was Aquatic Arts or whatever, but I was looking at it, and they had some plecos on there that I was going to talk to you about, and
hey, Chris,
maybe looking at getting some.
Oh, okay. Let me know. Holler at me. Uh-oh, I got 2 messages at once. More hour. No, not for me, because I got to see what's in this box and this sodas. I can't sit here another hour is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to take the stream to the bathroom, Bobby. Bobby's thinking, don't. The other day I was talking about, be careful if I go in the bathroom, because, you're in the public bathroom. I was rationalizing it, and you hear other guys pee and stuff, and he got quiet, and I'm like, can I? He's like, well, yeah. Maybe. I wanted to keep talking, but I had to go.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, I had to go. But I won't take the stream in there. Trust me. Chris Stubbings, Pond Garden and Fish. He has guys who are into ponds and tubbing season and all that. So if you are not sub to Chris, you're missing out right there. You're missing out. I start to feel bad putting Dan in some nerdy species questions, but it's good fun. And well, he knows the answers though. See, I don't know the answers. You guys know the Latin, and I don't. Now, if we're talking about medical stuff, nursing stuff, I know a lot of the Latin stuff, but who wants to talk about medical terminology in Latin? Nobody, not even me. Huh. All right. No, thank you, Chris. I found Chris over a year ago, and I don't get to see every video that comes up, but I certainly pick the ones that look the most interesting. And he follows me and comments on my stuff too, so which is really nice.
Yes, that is nice to share the love around.
That sounds like a great idea, Ian. Ian says I can go till like Royal Fishing List and go live. All right,
Absolutely.
Let's do hashtag TIL8. Hashtag TIL and the number 8. Not spelled out. All right. Get your stream going, and we'll get the link posted in here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Somebody might as well use the time. We finished our topic and we rambled, and I mean, I enjoy this. I never shut up, you know that. But Bobby's going to say, "Yeah, you should ride around in the car with him." I cut people off, and I'm like, everybody has to agree with me that it was their fault. Did you see what they did? No, thank you. And that'll be a whole lot better than me sitting here about to pee. I got to get that box open. There you go. Sandy's got it in there. All right. When you get going in, we'll get your link and get it up here. So all we have to do is click on it.
Absolutely.
I was
looking. I might have to change this light bulb out. It's getting awful yellow.
Whole lot more in this box than 6 Placostomus. Oh, I wonder if she sent me cheese. She sent me cheese one time, and it took me 2 or 3 months to eat all that cheese. Yazzie, we may have some cheese from Maria. We might. What did you say, Bobby? I zoned it out. Did you say something about tonight?
Oh no, I was just rambling on. Like I was saying that it looks like I'm gonna have to change this light bulb out because it's starting to look kind of yellow.
I can't figure out how to get the long cover off of my kitchen light right over my stove and sink and stuff. There's one over the sink, 2 over the sink, and I have a hood light on my stove. But like the big bright light, I can't get it off. I don't know that I've ever been able to. 22 years, it's gnarly. I can't get it off there. I told my brother one time, like 4 years ago, I'm like, oh, he said, oh, it's easy. You'll figure it out. I still haven't figured it out. Me up on a ladder, too. I hope so, Mike. It's heavy. I'll be doing a little video. Thank you, Ian. You have your stream up now? Bobby can come over there and get the link. See how I signed that, delegated that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it'll be the first time because you just were modded the other day because I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I had to go back in the next day and find you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, Mike got it. Mike got it. Awesome. Just trying to these other mods. So Mike got it. Cheese. Hey, Holly. All right, guys. There's the link to Ian's stream, and he's live right now. So let's head over there. He's only got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes till he stops for the other two that go on at 8. So, everything's makes me relax and slow down after a day with a common issue. Well, they're slow, that's for sure. So, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. Everybody but Bobby is saying that. He gets weird in the bathroom. So, bye, guys.
Goodness.
Shut up. I'm
See
out.
y'all.